Yes, lounge is a national craze. Tommy Joy is a big draw in Baltimore, and Elayne and Marty Roberts fill the house on the West Coast.
What a world, what a life. I'm alone.
Marty and Elayne have been fixtures in the Dresden Room in Hollywood for 11 years. Lately, their fame has soared in celebrity circles. Fan Tom Petty put them in one of his videos, and other stars stop by regularly to sing along with them.
Julia Roberts came in and did Making Whoopi, and Kiefer Sutherland said, saw you in the Tom Petty video.
Well, that's great. I think we've covered everything you're up to, and we're going to watch you perform in a little bit.
All right,
Thank
super.
you very much. We'll cut tape.
Minha frente que o quero passar, pois o samba está a animar. O que quero é samba, este samba que me enche de maracatu. Tem samba da preto, tem samba do preto. Acho que nada, samba como este é legal. Você não vai querer que eu chegue no final.
You know, there are many people who complain there is no nightlife in Los Angeles, but naysayers like that have never been to the Dresden Room over in the Los Feliz area. And laying them out of the Dresden are Marty and Elayne Roberts, who are arguably the hottest lounge act in Los Angeles. And happily, we bring you the best in lounge acts to you right here as Marty and Elayne join us live this morning from the Dresden. Good morning.
Good morning. Nice to see you.
Very nice to see you, and I know you have a big medley prepared for us. Before you get into that, how is lounge music different than other kinds of music?
Well, we're kind of jazz-orientated. Like, we've always been considered jazz musicians. Our music has been played on KLON, which is the jazz station, and KKGO. So ours is more jazz-orientated than some lounge acts, but Sinatra, Billie Holiday, Tony
Cole
Bennett.
Porter.
We do the
All the
music
good
of
stuff.
Cole Porter, Jerome Kern.
You know, you mentioned the names, certainly, of stars that composers you enjoy singing. A lot of stars enjoy seeing you. You draw quite a few celebrities, don't you?
That's right.
Well, Julia Roberts sang with us, and David Lynch and Nicolas Cage sang with us. And Michelle Pfeiffer's been in quite often.
Well, maybe you could tickle the ivories there and strike up the bass so we can hear Marty and Elayne. This would be a real treat for us.
All right.
Here we go.
All right.
Let's do it.
We could have a great romance if you'd give me half a chance, 'cause I'd be so good for you.
I can cook and do my share. We'd have a match beyond compare, 'cause
I'd be so good for you.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York.
These Birkenstock shoes, I'm wearing it, but they are longing to stray and step around the heart of it. New York, New York. I've got you under my skin, and I've got you, oh, deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart, you are really a part of me. 'Cause I have got you under my skin.
Summertime, and the living is so easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. There is nothing gonna harm you with your mommy and your daddy standing by.
Whoa, very, and they keep going and going. Very nice. Now he's... Okay, well, Marty and Elayne will play on, and we appreciate them playing so much. Thank you, too, very much. Isn't that neat? And they are, of course, at the Dresden, which is a very hip room in town, and you can see them all the time.
This is CNN.
Live, it's Showbiz Today with Bella Shaw in Hollywood and Laura and Sydney in New York. And an inside look at life as a lounge singer. All that and more on Showbiz Today.
Marty and Elayne Roberts have been making a living in lounges for 20 years, and they've seen a lot of Naugahyde booths in that time. Yes, they may be too young to understand the true meaning of I Did It My Way, but they're singing the praises of lounge.
New York.
Hillard, CNN, Los Angeles.
If he keeps going, I'm going to volunteer. I can't believe you went to Union College.
Thank you. And now, it's our great pleasure to perform for you our tribute to a very special friend, Mr. Neil Diamond.
Want to go out?
Anywhere.
Great.
Elayne, how about we start with the casino?
You don't bring me flowers. You don't sing me love songs.
Of course, talk to me.
I always have another thumb.
Well, here are Marty and Elayne. Jazz greats, Marty and Elayne, and an album they've just brought into the station. I don't know if you heard them here earlier a little bit with Del Cook this morning. But they left this album, and it is a tasty one. We're going to hear composition composed and arranged by Elayne Roberts of Marty and Elayne for our good friend Chuck Niles, the great jazz DJ from uptown. And it features all kinds of great people. Jack Nimitz is on the date, and Med Flory of Super Sax. This is called Nilesology, Marty and Elayne, and band featuring Red Callender on KLON. Featuring Red Callender. Nice LP that we have just gotten hold of. They stopped in and spent some time with Del Cook this morning. Good to see him, Marty and Elayne. It's 6 o'clock from CSULB. This is FM 88.1, KLON Long Beach, member-supported jazz radio. Good morning. Ken Borges here with Tim Smith, back from his holidays.
His jazz station, KKGO Los Angeles and KSHO Esperia. Marty and Elayne Roberts, they have a new album in which they render several standards, and Red Callender is the guest here on bass. We're going to hear Marty playing the drums and Elayne, who turns out to be a triple threat, what with playing the flute, playing the piano, and doing the vocal. Red Callender, we said, he plays bass, Marty Roberts at the drums, and here's Summertime.
Featuring female jazz musicians tonight in honor of it being Women's History Month. And up next, the pride of the Dresden Room on Hollywood, Elayne Roberts with Marty. Yes, indeed, it's Marty and Elayne. The CD, Jazz Stars Incorporated. They've issued this, and here is Elayne Roberts playing vibes and piano in this version of Milestones.
FM 88.1 KLON, and we'll be back in just a moment. And we get the next portion underway with Marty and Elayne Roberts from Enterprise Records. Marty and Elayne, Jazz Stars Incorporated. Marty, the bassist and drummer, he plays both instruments well, and Elayne plays several instruments, including keyboards, flutes, etc., does vocals, composes, and arranges. Marty actually wrote this tune, and Elayne arranged it, and it's named for their daughter, Hallie. Here's Marty and Elayne.
Okay, Marty and Elayne, and a good CD here. A lot of tunes. Let's see, how many are there altogether? 19. Whew. Wow, well, what we just heard was one that Gigi Grice wrote a long time ago, Minority. And, you know, you two people seem to have a certain esprit de joie de vivre. That's the phrase I'm looking for, Mayor.
I remember her.
I remember her. Which comes out of creating good things, I think, don't you? I mean, you have a good spirit, and you seem to feel good about everything.
Thank you. That's a wonderful thing to say, too.
And I know you're making a lot of people happy at the Dresden restaurant.
That was the tune Tenderly. It's played by, from the Marty and Elayne record, Jazz Superstars. The poll winners ride again. 1 minute before 1 o'clock, Roy Daniels here from CSULB. This is FM 88.1, KLON Long Beach, member-supported jazz radio. And it's my pleasure to welcome into the studio this afternoon, Marty and Elayne at 1 o'clock. Good afternoon.
Hi, Roy. Nice to be here.
All right, there's Marty.
Elayne's on the other side.
Elayne's here.
Hi, Roy.
Hello, hello. Glad you could make it out. Tenderly was Elayne playing piano, and Red Callender on bass, and Marty Roberts playing drums. And your old friend, Red Callender. Now, if you could, before we get, we're going to play some more music here in just a bit, but if you could tell us how you guys met, or where you came from, how you got into music, etc., the early years, Marty and Elayne.
Well, when I was 13, I sang with Count Basie.
What a treat meeting Red Callender and then having him want to play on your records.
That was beautiful. We loved it.
It was wonderful. In fact, when we were playing at the session on There Will Never Be Another You, he threw his bass down after the tune, came running over and grabbed my hand and said, "You play good!" And I felt like I graduated. I felt like I was getting my diploma, because bass players are so fussy about piano players. They stand and look over your shoulder and pick apart everything you do. And if you, God forbid, miss a 30-second note, you get kicked in the head. And so to have somebody of that stature who is such a wonderful legend and musician, tell me that it was really, he said I was rhapsodizing, and the guy who wrote our liner notes looked it up in the dictionary, and it meant to improvise with great power and feeling.
Great.
Well, that's a wonderful compliment coming from a giant of jazz like Red Callender.
Red Callender, a couple years ago, named Jazz Man of the Year.
Right.
Tom Bradley declared Red Calendar Day in Los Angeles.
One called Niles Olivey from our in-studio guest this morning, Marty and Elayne. Very nice. Thank you. Let's repeat that again, the guys involved.
Oh, the cast? The group, the Horns?
Yeah.
Well, Conte Condoleezza played with numerous bands, and he's a wonderful player. Every time you hear a group, most of the time you'll hear Conte Condoleezza on the West Coast here. And Jack Nimitz, a baritone player. They're all wonderful players, really. Charlie Loper, who's excellent. And Midge Flory, leader of Super Sax.
Yeah.
And of course, Red Callender, who opened up the whole tune. And Elayne and myself, she's playing piano and I'm playing drums. And we enjoyed the session so much, it was just wonderful, it really was.
Niles Olivey.
Niles Olivey, right.
Very good.
And Ned Flory, who's a wonderful arranger, said, I'm really proud of you, Elayne. You've come a long way, baby. Because we know him for years.
Yeah.
And then Conte Condole said, you wrote that? He said, I don't believe it. He said, it's a pleasure to come to a studio and play truly great music, which was a wonderful compliment.
Hi, I'm standing here with Marty and Elayne, and then they're on Dan's Music Hour that you've tuned on here. And they play the local scene. There's one main place that they play, and unfortunately I can't mention it, but it's a big place that a lot of people go to, and they hang out and they have a drink and stuff. So, but if you hang out enough, you'll find them eventually. I can't talk too long because I want both their songs to air today. So what's going on with you guys?
Oh, we're busy. We're hanging in there. We're wanting to do a little
Cutting a
record
new
date.
CD.
Oh, that's right. You're cutting a new CD.
Shortly.
Yeah.
Like as soon as we leave the studio.
Great. And you have an article coming out in Hollywood Magazine?
Right.
Yes.
There's a magazine coming out. And
About
that's
a 5-page article
Okay.
on
In
the club we're
January.
working in, and
So we're getting
3 pages on us.
getting a little busy.
Okay, good.
We're having some fun.
So I'm going to let him perform right now, and you'll see Marty and Elayne, okay?
It was part of fate's design. I'll be yours and you'll be mine, 'cause I'd be so good for you. Shoo-be-doo-doo-bop-doo-be-doo. 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 I'll be so good for you. April in Paris, chestnuts in blossom, holiday tables under the trees.
April in Paris, this is a feeling that you can never reprise. I never knew the charm of spring. I never met it face to face. I never knew my heart could sing, never missed a warm embrace till
April in Paris, who can I run to? What have you done to my heart?
Oh, what have you done to me?
Paris, lost my control. Now where is my soul? Lost the moment I saw you under the trees. There in Paris,
April in Paris. This is a feeling that you can never reprise. I never knew the charm of spring. I never met it face to face. I never knew my heart could sing. I never missed a warm embrace till
time.
April in Paris, who can I run to? What have you done to me? April in Paris, what have you done to me?
That was a request for Janie over there. One of our favorite people.
Thank you very much. I'd like to do a Bobby Troop tune right now. Recently recorded by the Manhattan Transfer called Route 66. If you ever plan to motor west, take the highway, take the byway, that's the best. Get your kicks on 66. Now it winds from Chicago to LA. More than 10,000 miles all the way. Get your kicks on 66. You go to St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City is mighty pretty. See Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingman, Barstow, San Bernardino. If you want to take a little trip, please let me give you a friendly tip. Get your kicks on 66. If you want to take a little trip, please let me give you a friendly little tip. Get your kicks on 66, 'cause it's heaven on Route 67. Things are looking great. They are great on 68, but you get your kicks on 66.
String sitting on a rainbow, got that string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. Life is a beautiful thing. Each time I hold that string, I'd be a silly so-and-so if I should ever let it go. I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow, got that string around my finger. What a world. Man, this is the life. Hey now, I'm so in love.
Oh, thank you. That's a good Frank tune.
When I give my heart, it will be completely, or I never give my heart. So the moment I can feel that you feel that we two will be, when I fall in love with you.
Laurie Pike, live in the Los Feliz area tonight with more. Laurie?
Hi, Chris. I'm at the Dresden in Los Feliz, where a true Hollywood tradition is in effect. Marty and Elayne have been playing here for more than a decade, and in that time, they've seen a 40-something crowd turn into sort of like a trendy 20-something crowd. But you know what? Everybody here wouldn't want anyone else to occupy that little stage. Look out, Steve and Edie. Meet Marty and Elayne singing one of the songs in their repertoire of hundreds.
In the entertainment business, you never know who's going to be the hit. And this is the same thing. They proved very successful. They're hard workers. They're very pleasant people. And they can be the same at 2 o'clock in the morning as they are when they start.
Every Tuesday night is open mic night, and anybody can come down and sing. And then Wednesday night, whoever the best singer is gets to share the stage with the famous Marty and Elayne. Reporting live from Los Feliz, I'm Laurie Pike, Fox News.